Hey, it's Tekkadan with part 1 of showing my Gunpla collection. I originally planned to have this all done back-to-back videos over the course of a couple weeks, but after going over them a bit more and rehearsing, it's going to take a lot longer than that, well, a lot more videos than that to get through them all. So instead, I'll just be having one video every couple weeks and go through it slowly so that it doesn't interrupt a regular video schedule too much. So, quick explanation for any of my viewers that might not know what Gunpla is already. They are buildable model kits of mechs from the Mobile Suit Gundam franchise, put together with lots and lots of tiny parts that somehow you can't see many tiny parts once it's all put together. And then usually you have to draw and paint them to get the details on after putting them together. So, starting off with the very first Gunpla that I got, the Barbatos. So Iron Blood Orphans was not the first Gundam series that I ever watched, but it was the one that got me to start actually really watching Gundam all the time. And then once I started watching, I just immediately had to go and get a Barbatos as soon as I found out that Gunpla existed. The first Gundam series that I actually saw was Wing, but that was when I was, I don't know, somewhere between 3 to 5 years old, so I had no idea what was actually going on. I just saw big robots fighting. So the Barbatos is one of my favorite Gundams there is. Done decent amount of panel lining on it, but probably not as much as someone who's more of a veteran with Gunpla would do. I think my total collection is somewhere around 14 suits. And I got Barbatos, the first one, probably, let's see, whatever year the Iron Blood Orphans dub came out, I think it might have been 2015 that the dub started for Iron Blood Orphans. Painted this shield a bit since it didn't come in the original. The original color is not the correct color for it, so I painted that light blue. And then it's got the big sniper rifle from the accessory pack for it. Next is the Barbatos Lupus. Now this is one of my all-time favorite suits. I like the Barbatos in general, but the Barbatos Lupus is easily the best looking form. I especially love these things, whatever boosters, I guess. I think they're supposed to be boosters. But that is just one of my favorite things of mech design in general, is when they have stuff like this. As people might already be aware from my custom Skell Lego model that I made. But yeah, the Barbatos Lupus is just perfect. One minor issue with this model is how it's pretty flimsy, not too sturdy, which is ironic. I really like how it's full of a lot of sharp angles. Also really like the sword that it has. It's more of a mace than a sword, but it looks like a sword. But definite favorite part of the suit design is the boosters on the side skirt booster things. Pretty sure that's what they're supposed to be. Because I think there's... I think this is meant to be where they have thrusters on it. I don't quite remember from watching the anime, but I'm pretty sure that's what they're there for. This one also has weapons from an accessory pack. Also, I think I forgot to mention, but for this first episode of the collection, I'm going with all of my Tekkadan suits. So the Barbatos was the very first one I got, and then this one is the most recent, one of the most recent Gunpla that I got. The Gujian Rebake Full City. Seriously, what is with that name? Why does it have such a long, goofy name like that? And since it didn't come with many weapons, I just gave it every single weapon, extra weapon that I have lying around from other Ironblood Orphan suits or accessories. So this one came from the Vidar, which I don't have equipped on the Vidar, so gave it to Gujian Rebake instead. So I really love the heavily armored look of this one, especially with the scissor things on the back, giving it this large back skirt. When it comes to suit designs, some of the best aspects of suit designs that I really like come from Ironblood Orphan suits. But then when it comes to weaponry and stuff, Universal Century has my favorite weaponry. I don't quite like the low-tech weapons of Ironblood Orphans. I mean, it's fine, it's just not as cool as stuff like the Unicorn's Gatling beam shields. But the suits themselves are really, really nice designs. I believe I forgot to do any lining on this gun. I did on the others, but I forgot to do any on that one. Actually, no, I forgot to do it on this one too. I also really like Gujian Rebake's big extra arms on it. Love the forearms look to hold lots and lots of weapons. It's also got one of my favorite face designs of any suit. And because this is the Tekkadan section of my collection, I'll also include the little mobile workers that I got from the accessory packs for those weapons. This one was from before I learned how to paint these well. So that one's really messy looking. This one, I really like this one. cute how tiny these things are. I mean, they're the size of a tank compared to a person, but mobile suits are so big that these things look minuscule. So I'll continue my Gunpla collection in 2 weeks with the rest of my Ironblood Orphan suits, and then go into my collection of Universal Century suits, which I have a few more of. I have 6 Ironblood Orphans, and I think 8 Universal Century Gunpla. That's my estimate. I forget the exact amount, but I'm pretty sure I have the count correct. So, see you next time.